friends, Robyn here with Mattman and Robyn, and I am so excited today to talk to you about my Operation Christmas Child checklist. This is a list of everything that I think is most important and essential in a box. Everyone packs their box differently, and I think that's great. This is just the things that I have written down to remind me what I want to put in my boxes, just so I can make sure that I feel like a box is totally complete before I send it off to the collection center. So before I get into all of this, the very first place to start with any shoebox is the box. So I want to, as quickly as possible, because this video has potential to be really long, is to show you my favorite kind of boxes. So this is my very favorite, #1 favorite shoebox ever. It is clear, but it is really good quality shoebox. I get these for $2 at a Japanese dollar store called Daiso. I know that there are a lot in California, and there are some in Texas, and I think there are even a few scattered throughout major metropolitan areas throughout the US. So if you have a Daiso near you, go check it out. It's really amazing. They do have a Daiso online. Unfortunately, you cannot buy these boxes, but this is what the tag looks like, and I really like these. I will say that if you want to pack in a clear plastic box, please be very, very careful of the quality. Yes, we want our dollar to stretch as far as possible, but in the processing center, I saw a lot of these clear boxes broken, and that's before they've even gone on their international journey to get to these children. So I do not recommend any of the plastic, any of it, from Dollar Tree. There are some that are okay at Dollar General, but you do have to pay up for them. I suggest boxes from Walmart and Target and this guy. They also have some good quality plastic at places like Michael's. And the Hobby Lobby ones are kind of, they can be okay. They're decorative and pretty, but I don't think their plastic is quite as good as the ones at Walmart and Target. So, moving on to another type of box that I really like is this cardboard box from Michael's. This is what it looks like. This is the tag, and they are actually $6 a piece, which is crazy go nuts. I do not spend that much on them. They go on sale about once a month. I haven't quite figured out Michael's sale rotation, but these are frequently on sale and they are in the sale rotation. So if I see them, they're usually half off, and I get them for around $3. The thing that I really like about these, they're just regular photo boxes, and you can get them, you can get photo boxes at Walmart, maybe Target, and definitely Hobby Lobby, but I like the Michael's ones best because the lip here is really deep, which gives you a lot of stretching room for stuffing these boxes full. And it gives it a lot of strength for holding those rubber bands that we put on them in the end to make sure they get to the processing center. So those are my two favorite boxes. A box that is new to me, but not new to the packing world at all whatsoever, is this Samaritan's purse box. These are really great quality, really good high quality boxes. You can purchase them online in a set of 12 for $18. And then depending on where you are in the US, I think shipping for me is $7 per 12. It's not like $7 if you order multiples. It's every set of 12 you order is another $7 shipping fee. So these end up being $2 each as well, just like my favorite ones here. Now measurement wise online, these say that they're comparable to the same size, but as you can tell here, this green Samaritan's purse one is quite a bit bigger. So I can probably fit more in these. I got this one last year at Hobby Lobby. They do around November time sell these in their store, but they're like $6 a pop. So that's why I only have one of them, and I will use it for showing you things. I will not actually pack in this one. And then the other box that is very popular is also a Samaritan's Purse box, and it is their cardboard boxes, and you can order them online. 50 of them. You get 50 boxes for $25 plus that $7 shipping fee. So they come out to like 75 cents without doing math. So those are the popular boxes and my favorite boxes. But if you're just getting started, a good place to start is your closet. This shoebox works just as well as those ones I showed you. This is actually a box from my grandma at Christmas. She got these shoes for Christmas and gave me this shoebox to utilize for packing this year. So, all of that to say, we always start with a good quality box. After that, on my list, this list looks very daunting, but take a breather because there are 3 on this one sheet. So really, we're just looking at these many things to go in those one tiny shoebox. So the way that I start is at the top, whatever the theme or wow item of my box is, I write that right up here. And then I decide if this box is for a boy or a girl, and if it is for the age range of 2 to 4, 5 to 9, or 10 to 14. So this wow item is the very first thing that I make sure is in my box. And Samaritan's Purse wants us to put it right on top, so when the kiddos open it, they wow. I'm not always successful at doing that, but that is the goal. So I do want to show you a few examples of some wow items at each age range. So for a girl age 2 to 4, a baby doll is a really great wow item. This is a large baby doll, but you could pick a smaller one. You could pick one of any skin tone, with hair or without. Any baby doll is perfect. This one actually came to me from Denise, so thanks, Denise. Another wow item for a boy age 2 to 4, maybe you could use a set. So in this little kit, I have a fire station and a little Blippi firefighter, a Dalmatian firefighting dog, and a fire truck. So this whole kit all together could very well serve as the wow item. For that 5 to 9 and 10 to 14, in my opinion, those aged kiddos can play with all the same toys. Their brains are developed about the same in my very little knowledge that I have about it. And they can all play with the same kind of toys. But specifically for a boy, age 5 to 9, this figurine is amazing. I've also seen images of boys as old as 16 really loving to play with these figurines. We have to remember these are going to children that have probably never received such an amazing toy, and no matter what age they are, they're going to love to play with a figurine of this quality and this size. A great thing to send for a girl that's comparable is a Barbie. What I like to do with Barbies is put them in an organza bag, include a second Barbie, whether that's a Chelsea-sized doll or a full-size Barbie doll, some accessories, and a change of clothes. And I put it all in this organza bag, and this is the major wow item for that box. And then for the teenagers, I say teenagers, I say it all the time. It's really a 10 to 14-year-old box. So this could be for a child as young as 10 years old. For the girls, I thought horse boxes are so much fun for that age range. This one has this little plastic thing because it also comes with a rider, but I'm just showing you the horse today. And for boys and girls, both alike. But the major wow item, the thing that they all go crazy for, are soccer balls. But don't forget to include the pump and the needle. The needle on this one is on the inside. But you need the pump and the needle so that they can re-inflate their soccer ball and play with it once it gets to them. So those are just one example of a wow item for each age and gender for Operation Christmas Child. Another thing while I'm at the wow toy section, I kind of wanted to talk about the types of toys that I'm trying really hard to focus on in my boxes this year. And that is a toy that is for physical play. Now this could be a jump rope or a ball or what else is physical play? Any sports activity, you know, something that gets them up and going. Running shoes could be a really good wow item that encourages physical play. Another type of play that I'm focusing on this year is imaginative play. So any type of figurine that gets their imagination, that fires that part of their brain that lets them dream and develop and imagine, that's these imaginative types of toys. For boys, that could be a car or that Batman that I showed you. A next kind of play, and I think this one is maybe my favorite, and I didn't focus on it very much last year, and I'm going to try really hard this year, is group play. So games that they can play together. A jump rope, a big, long jump rope, like for double dutch, that could be two. It's physical play and group play. Checkers, Uno, playing cards. If you send two Barbie dolls, or two figurines, that can encourage group play too, so that they are engaging in their community and learning social skills. Another kind of play that I'm focusing on this year is educational play. So these blocks have numbers on them, but they also have addition, you know, math signs over here to help them as they learn and grow. I would probably put this in a 2 to 4 box where they're just beginning to learn their numbers. But because it also includes these signs here for mathematics, it can stay with them as they continue their education and learn more and more through play. And the last kind of play, and I'm pretty sure I made this one up, is what I like to call occupational play. So something where a child is learning to play and develop a skill that might become an occupation for them one day, maybe. Something like a really good quality sewing kit can encourage a little girl to make dresses for her dolls or you know, pillowcases for her family, but that could definitely turn into an occupation as she grows up. Another example of this would be fishing kits, where a little boy could just fish for fun, but it could also provide food for his family or even a job later on in life. And another example of this would be a tool set, where or a cooking set, where a boy or a girl could learn to help their mom or dad fix the house or fix the food, and that could definitely go on to, they could be a carpenter or work in construction, or they could be a chef at a local restaurant. So those are the types of play that my brain is trying to focus on this year. So we are 13 minutes into this video and I haven't even touched the list. Let's get to what is actually on the list. I've broken them up into different sections. This section here is all personal care items. These are all clothing items. The next section is educational supplies, and it goes up to here. And the last section is toys and activities. So I've already taken care of the big wow item. The next thing on the list here is soap. And the important thing about soap right now is to make sure that you, Samaritan's Purse recommends, it's not a requirement, but they recommend that we include the soap in its original container. I also include a soap saver that I get from Daiso, that Japanese dollar store. That's the next thing on the list. But you can also find these very similar online, or a lot of people use a plastic box as their soap saver. The next thing on the list is washcloths. I really like to include the character ones that you can get at Dollar Tree called Magic Towels. This is an example of that one. Once it is out of the little compact puck that it comes in. I think they're really great quality. I think that they look good. My nieces play with them all the time and use them all the time, and I love them. They are very expensive though for a washcloth. $1.25 for one washcloth is a lot. So I've kind of been rethinking that this year, and I did go ahead and purchase a pack of these washcloths. They were recently on sale for about $3, and I got 18 of them. So there are all kinds of different washcloths out there, and I am just sure to include one of those and a soap in every box. The next thing is a comb, and I like to include combs because no matter what length your hair is, it will work. You can brush through this crazy matted mess with a comb, or you can brush through really fine, close clipped short hair. But my favorite kind of comb or brush to send are these little compact ones. I like them because they include a mirror, and this is about the only way that mirrors are approved through Samaritan's Purse, is if it comes in a compact. But then on the other side, the brush pops out. So this specific one I got at Walmart, and they are in the party section. You get 4 of them for $5, which is now the same cost as the ones at Dollar Tree, which are actually a little bit better quality in the hinge here, but they're not as cute as these. So, you know, do you want the cuteness or do you want the quality? They're very similar in quality. You're not losing a whole lot, but I really enjoy using these. And the next thing on this list right here is nail clippers and a file, which I include together in a little bag. Here's the nail clippers and here's the file, and these were graciously given to our boxes by Angie, so thank you, Angie. I also include a printout on how to use the nail clippers, but I'm going to do a video about those on Friday, so be on the lookout for another video on Friday about printables. The next thing on my personal care item is a chapstick and a toothbrush with a cover. So here's how I pack my chapstick. Again, I usually put a printout in it, and we'll talk about it on Friday, but I just put it in this little baggie in case it melts. I want to protect the other items in the box, so I always put them in a little baggie. Next, toothbrushes with covers. These are my 3 favorite kind of toothbrushes. Any toothbrush will work, but I recently have been talking with a missionary in Colombia. I believe she's in Colombia, and she was saying how it's a little bit disturbing even for children in need to receive a toothbrush that's not in the original packaging. So, you know, I'm kind of prayerfully considering how I include my toothbrushes, but for now, because I already have about 100 of these like this is how I will send them this year. I buy these kid-sized toothbrushes at Walmart. They are Dr. Fresh, and you get 5 really colorful, great quality toothbrushes, just like this, and they come in one package. So to buy in bulk, you will have to remove them from the packaging. But then I also get these really good quality, these are Reach. I get these at Dollar Tree, but I only see them periodically, and when I see them, I get them all. They are $1.25, so I might be looking for a new place to get toothbrush covers. My second favorite toothbrush is this amazing Reach toothbrush, which is a full-sized adult toothbrush. You get 2 of them for $1 in the travel section, and they come with the covers already. And you can also get them 6 in a pack for $3, but then for some reason, you only get 5 covers. They send you 6 toothbrushes and 5 covers, and you have to buy additional covers for that extra 1. So I just like to buy them 2 for $1 in the travel section. And the last one, of course, is from Daiso, because I love Daiso, and if you have one, you should go. But you get 5 of these for $1.50, and they come with the cover as well. I like them because they are adult-sized toothbrush handles with a kid-sized top. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds and can go in any box, if you ask me. Those are the toothbrushes. The next thing on the list is a water bottle. Where are we? Right here. Water bottle, a spoon, and a face mask. So this is my favorite water bottle to send. I get these at Dollar Tree. But again, because of the price hike, I'm on the search for a new favorite. So if you have a favorite, let me know in the comments below. Let me tell you the reasons this one is my favorite. I like these because in the right size box, they can fit down sideways and they don't have to go long ways, and it seems to take up less space that way. I also really like the pop top, which is a really good seal. You just heard it, it was sealed, because it's a wide mouth for drinking for the kiddo. And then once they open these, it's a really wide, it's like the same circumference as the bottle itself. So whatever will fit in this bottle can go in the mouth without getting stuck. So that's why these are my favorite currently. They're also the best quality plastic I've seen at Dollar Tree. So I am on the hunt for a new one, but still at $1.25, I think this is a good purchase. My favorite cup that is not a water bottle, which I also include, are these melamine ones from Walmart. They are originally 50 cents a piece, which is a great price, but frequently they will be on clearance for 25 cents. I've seen some people haul them anywhere from 10 to even 5 cents. So I just always look for these. Usually they have different colors for every season. So when they change out at, winter and then spring and then summer, check the aisles, because that's when they will start marking these down as the new colors come in. And then a last suggestion that I have for cups is collapsible cups. This is a plastic collapsible cup that I recently found, but they also have camping ones that are like silicone. That's the word I'm looking for. Silicone collapsible cups. So these take up almost no space, but I would still be sure to fill in this little section, because we don't want any wasted space in our boxes. And then spoons. And I specifically have spoons on here. You can include or not include any type of utensils that you want. You could include plates or bowls, but I specifically include a spoon in every box because I feel like the spoon is the most universal utensil. No matter what the culture and the customs are in your country, you can eat everything with a spoon. Even here in Texas, where we eat steak all the time, if you're really determined, you can eat steak with a spoon. Or if you're in a country that's has a lot of rice, you can eat rice with a spoon. So any kind of culture can eat their main source of food with a spoon. So that's why I always include that. Oh, and these are from IKEA. You get them, they are 4 to a pack, and they are 29 cents for 4. So, and they're amazing quality. They're in the kids section upstairs in IKEA. That's where you find them. And face masks. I'm still going to include face masks in my 2022 boxes. I know they will not get to their intended locations until 2023, but I feel like this pandemic has opened my eyes to the usefulness of a mask. If you are in a home that is close quarters with a lot of people and one of you is sick and a doctor is far away, this can really help to stop the spread of the germs. So I want to continue to include these as much as I can, as long as I can continue to find them to put in boxes. So, face mask. Next is a whole new section. We got through the first section of personal care. The next section is clothing. So, I think that clothing is important to put in boxes, and I frequently put t-shirts or shorts or entire outfits, But this list is my bare minimum that must go in a box for me to feel like I have given an adequate gift. Again, it's a personal choice. You don't have to put any of those things in a box. But for me, that starts with a bandana. A lot of times I use a bandana in the box as kind of like a wrapping paper. I will put the bandana opened in the box first so that all the contents stay hidden, and that even though the child is getting a clear box, the items that they're receiving isn't spoiled. You know, they still get to open their box and be excited with all the other boys and girls at the party. So, but even if I use a cardboard box or a colorful box, I still will include a bandana. There's a lot of really useful things you can do with a bandana, and then if you don't want to use it as a bandana, you have some fabric. You could make anything with a bandana. So I always include one of those. The next thing on the list under clothing is socks. To me, socks are the most important item to protect the little feet. Here are some different examples. You could send some really fun, colorful socks, really cozy, thick, fluffy socks, fun with a little character on them. But I feel like the most useful socks are dark socks. I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, excuse me. The reason that I try to send dark socks, and even dark socks with cute patterns on them, is because they stay looking the cleanest the longest. They are just as durable. I'm gonna sneeze again. I'm so sorry. Ooh, they are just as durable as the other socks, and they will last the same length of time, but you cannot necessarily see the use in them. So they give the child a little bit more dignity for a little bit longer, but sometimes the cuteness wins out because this needs to go in a box, right? Like a little girl needs to wear these. These are useful, these are adorable. Both are acceptable in my boxes. Okay, so the next things that I have put under clothing are pretty much strictly for girl boxes. But again, I left these generic so I don't have to think when I'm printing, oh, I need to print so many of this one and so many of that one. I can just print a ton of these, cut them up, and pick one up and go. So these next things are all girl things, but I still put them under clothing. The first thing is jewelry. I really love to send jewelry for all my little girls and some of my little boys. If I can find an appropriate jewelry thing for a boy, I definitely include it. Good things like that are slap bracelets or chains that look like dog tags but are not military related. So I have some that look, they're like Paw Patrol or Ninja Turtles, stuff like that. But for little girls, I like to include a necklace and a bracelet, and sometimes a ring. Just any type of jewelry, depending on their age. Like this would obviously go for a 2 to 4 or a 5 to 9. And then in the 10 to 14-year-old girls, I like to put more like costume type jewelry, metal pieces or things with pendants, just things that would make them feel really pretty and loved and appreciated. The next thing on the list, these are all hair items, and I specifically have all of these hair items because I want to make sure that no matter the style of her hair or the thickness or the length, that she is able to utilize these things in her hair to feel beautiful or on a doll or a toy. So the first thing and the most important thing in my opinion are headbands, because every little girl can wear a headband. So this is a type that I like to send, a stretchy one with a bow on it already. So it just makes them feel really pretty, and it's sparkly and beautiful, and I love these kinds of headbands. In the same idea are these sporty headbands. The really fun thing about these, and when I pack them, I put a bow on them. I will clip the bow like this. Just clip the bow right on it, and that way she can put a bow in her hair, again, no matter the length. And then there's also just a traditional hard headband that we all know and love that gives you headaches because they squeeze really hard. I do include these when I find them for the right price, but again, I prefer these because they are less painful and they fold up to like nothing in a box. The next thing on the list under hair stuff is hair ties. Now there's all kinds of hair ties. There are these great plastic ones, again, useful in almost any length of hair. There are these standard ones that we use here in the States all the time, and I always send two because girls like pigtails or braids, and also if you lose one, you still have a backup. So I always send two hair ties. Another kind of hair tie are these really fun decorative ones. They have little flowers on the end and you wrap them around the hair and like twist them together to, you get the idea, to make sure that they stay in your hair. They twist together. Or there are these cotton stretchy ones. These are my mom's favorite. She likes these kind of hair ties in her hair. And scrunchies. I like to include these in the 10 to 14-year-old girls boxes. The next thing for hairs are clips. And typically when I say clips, this is the kind that I mean. They hold these little flyaways that are really annoying in my videos. Sorry, it is what it is. But that's what these clips are for, is to hold down your crazy messy hair. Or these kind of clips, which are really cute on the ends of braids or up in pigtails. So I will also include these kinds. And the very last thing on the hair section is a bow. I feel like every little girl wants a bow. The great thing about these kind is even if they can't go in her hair, she can put them on her backpack. She can use it as decoration. We did that a lot in school, decorating our bags and stuff with pretty bows and ribbons. So I always include a bow. And we have made it to another section. This section starts down here and it's educational supplies, and it goes all the way through here because educational supplies are so important. Sometimes these kids are not allowed to attend school if they do not have the proper education supplies, and if they can't purchase them, they can't get an education, and that just perpetuates, you know, their struggle. It perpetuates it. So sending these school supplies could change their year or their life or, you know, their older brother or sister's life. So I always send school supplies. The very first thing on that school supply list is a bag. So for toddlers, I like to send a tote bag. This one is from IKEA. A lot of the totes that I do send are themed and they're already packed away, ready to go in a box. So I just picked this one up to show you really quick. These from IKEA, I think they're like 60 cents for this really great quality and really good sized bag. I think it'll go great in a boy box because it's such a pretty blue. Another good bag is a foldable, reusable backpack. This is a full-size backpack with really great straps. It's really good quality. Again, I got this at Daiso for about $4. And then this here turns into the pouch on the outside. So I will not open it because it took forever to get it compacted this tiny. And I like to send them as small as possible to get as much as possible in the boxes. And the other kind of bag is that you could send a full-size backpack. Again, these are from IKEA. I think they are new this year. I believe they were $3, which I think is a really good price for a really great backpack. It was more affordable than that one I just showed you from Daiso. And it will fold down really well into a box. You know, you just make it in the U shape and put everything in. So it's only taking up this flatness. Here are the straps that it comes with. They're really great quality woven straps with adjustable so it can get longer or shorter. It also has a handle so you can carry it like a little tote. And in here it fits a standard size spiral composition notebook, school book, whatever. And the other thing I really like about this is the back of it is padded. This has padding, like a full-size backpack in it. So the straps aren't padded, but the back of it is. And then there's also this secondary mesh pocket for carrying, I don't know, maybe your lunch. So I really like these, and I will be including these in some of my boxes this year. After a bag, the very important thing, I think, is a pencil case. I like to send a high quality intended pencil case. Now, in a stretch, in a pinch, what's really important are the school supplies. So you can include all the school supplies in a Ziploc, quart size bag, and that'll get the job done, and it will make sure that that child gets to go to school. But it's so kind to send them a really high quality case that is intended to be long-term reusable for their pencils and all their school supplies. So let's go ahead and pack this bag together really quick. The next thing that you need to put in the pencil bag are pencils. So I always include 4 really good quality, these ones are actually Ticonderoga, number 2 pencils. Now, a pro tip, if they come pre-sharpened, which I like to send them pre-sharpened if I can, this lead can write all over this bag, and in some cases, the really pointy tips can break through the edging, especially if you have them in Ziploc baggies. So what I like to do is get a little piece of masking tape and just cover the ends. That way, it's not going to get all over the place. It's going to save the bag or the plastic bag, and it won't mark on all of the items in it. So there go the 4 number 2 yellow pencils. The next thing on the list are specialty pencils. A lot of kiddos around the world have never seen the pencils that we take for granted. So it could be something as basic as a shiny pencil with a pretty eraser. It could be a licensed merchandise or character pencil, like this Star Wars one, or it could just have a really pretty design on it. So I like to send at least 3 novelty pencils, which also could include, especially for me this year because I found them on such a good clearance prices, it could include a mechanical pencil. So this is just a purple one with a lot of lead in it. And this is one that I got on Valentine's clearance, where you pull the little lead piece off and push it through the bottom to expose a new sharpened lead. So novelty pencils in my book can be mechanical pencils. After that, the next thing on the list is pencil sharpeners. So, of course, I would love to send these big, beautiful, really high quality pen and gear pencil sharpeners when I can. They have 2 different sizes. The bottoms come off and I shove as much stuff in here as possible, usually pencil cap erasers. But when I can't include this, I will include 2 of these kinds. One that's covered and one that is a backup. So, in a pinch, 2 sharpeners. The next thing on the list is a big eraser. So a big eraser can be something boring like this, which is important and gets the job done. And I have a lot of these and I will send a lot of these in my boxes. But it can also mean a pink eraser or a fun monster eraser or a novelty cute themed eraser. So when it says big eraser, that's what I put in here. Or these ones are really fun. These are super specialty erasers. You can get these at Walmart, and I get them also at Daiso. This is a little astronaut or an alien. Just these really cute themed sized and shaped erasers. The next thing on the list for school supplies is cap erasers. And I have some Aussie friends who love our fascination with cap erasers. Apparently, I didn't know that this is a very American thing to have erasers on the ends of your pencils. But I always include these. It's just, to us, it's a standard, important part of school supplies, is to have an eraser on the end of your pencil. And then, ooh, I love these. Multi-pen is the next thing on my list. So when I can, and when I find them, these are my favorite pens to include because it's one pen, so it only takes up this much space, but it gives them all of the colors that they might need for school. There's a blue, a black, a red, and a green ink in this pen. So I include this. If I can't include the multi-pen, which is getting harder to find at a price that is right for me, then I try to include 3 regular standard pens, a blue, a black, and a red. Also, it's fun, and if I have one, I'll include a really fun novelty gel pen. So this purple one is going in our school supplies that we are currently packing. My kitty's over here playing in this bag, so I have to pet her real quick. The next thing on the list after a multi-pen is scissors. So I do want to show you the 3 different levels of scissors that I purchase because I do want to include a good quality. So the best quality that I find affordable and on sale are these Fiskars scissors. So it says Fiskars right here, amazing quality. They come with a cover. They're usually on sale after back to school clearance from anywhere from 75 to 25 cents, and that's when I purchase these. But you can't always find them. So my second favorite are the ones from Pen and Gear, which is also a Walmart brand. These are also comparable to the ones that you can find at Dollar Tree. So I think that these are the same quality, the ones from Pen and Gear at Walmart and Dollar Tree. And the other scissors that I think are still good enough quality to go in the box, this is as low quality as I would go because I want them to work and be a functioning school supply, are these scissors from Playside Creations. I think they're great. I use them. I just wouldn't go any lower quality than these. You can get them in a pack of 12 for about $4 when you wait until the Playside Creations go to 40% off at Hobby Lobby or Mardell. And it happens frequently. I think it's like every 3 weeks they will go on sale if I'm remembering correctly. So we've included scissors in our pencil bag. The next thing is a highlighter, and you can get a fun colored highlighter or just a plain yellow one. I get these from Dollar Tree in a pack of 6, but at back to school season you can get them even cheaper, so you just kind of have to keep your eyes open and looking for them. The next thing on the list is a calculator. So this is an item that I only send in my 10 to 14-year-old boxes. But again, I get these at Walmart, and at back to school clearance, you can get them for as low as 25 cents. I didn't get very many this year. I think I only have like 3 calculators, so I need to stock up on these. The next thing on our list is colored pencils, and this is my favorite. I know Crayola is the popular brand, but the way that I put pencils in a pencil case, this is my favorite because they come in a pack of 12 and I split them up 6 and 6. So comparing the Crayola colored pencils to the Crazy Art colored pencils, I feel like I get a better diversity of 6. I still get 2 reds, I still get something close to an orange and a green. I feel like I can spread these out into 2 sets a lot better than the Crayola colored pencils. So when I can find the Crazy Art ones and they're more affordable, I like to get these. And these are the 2 sets that they are broken into. You still get enough dark colors and light colors to make each set fun, in my opinion. So we'll put 1 set of 6 in here. And the very last thing that goes in our pencil case are crayons. And this is how I do my crayons. I've always done it this way, but especially since Jessica from Foothills Family sent me that large pack of crayons, I was able to split them up into 7 in this little zipper bag, and it's a wide array of colors, very close to the rainbow, and it goes in here. So this is my pencil pack. This is everything that I deem essential to go into a Operation Christmas Child shoebox. Whew, okay, so we've almost finished the school supplies. That's all that goes in the pencil case. But the last few things on the school supply list is a composition notebook and a coloring book. So for composition notebooks, I like to send these in my toddler boxes. They are wide rule, which helps them with their handwriting, and they are shorter, so I can fit them down in a box just like this. The next type of thing that you can include for a composition notebook would be a spiral notebook or an actual composition notebook. These are both great. They both will help that child on their way to a great education. I prefer this one for a couple reasons. One, I feel like the spiral kind of gets in the way and I don't want it to damage anything, but these are great and I send them all the time. The other reason is I feel like this cardboard can get creased and it's harder to uncrease it without damaging the backing or the paper. Whereas this composition notebook does not have the spiral that could damage anything in the box, and it has a plastic on the front and a plastic on the back, and so when it bends, it's not going to get a big crease in the cardboard and ruin the notebook. So that's why I prefer these kind of composition notebooks. The next thing that I consider a school supply, just because I thought it was the best on this list here, are coloring books. And these are the two I like to include the most. These small ones that you can get 3 for $1.25 at Dollar Tree, they fit in a pinch. If you have a really, really full shoebox, you can still include this teeny tiny, very thin, but still good quality coloring book. Of course, these are my preferred ones with the great big, I was gonna say coloring pages, but then that was an activity page. Here we go. Great big coloring pages, and this thickness, again, it just kind of folds over with the composition notebook and goes in the shoebox kind of like this. So I really love to include something to color on in every box. So we have made it to the last section on our list, but I feel like this is the most important section because this is the toys and activities section. So we already have established up here at the top what our WOW is, what our WOW theme is, and that WOW item. So if I have included a doll, I still want to include a stuffy of some sort. Now, depending on the type of stuffy or the size of the stuffy could very well be the WOW item. But if it's not, I just wanted to make sure that I had a place for both a WOW item and a stuffy on my list to make sure that each box gets something soft to cuddle. The next thing on my list is a whistle. Now, I like to include a metal sports whistle because I think they are fun and useful and could be used for safety or for sports or just making noise. I don't have any right now. I need to get some. So for now, this will be my representation of a whistle, and I think these are great for 2 to 4-year-olds to be able to make noise and have a lot of fun with a whistle. The next thing on my list, which goes with the whistle, I usually attach the metal whistle onto a lanyard. I love the lanyards. I think that they are another soft thing that I can include in a box, and it folds up really little, but I think that they're very useful, especially if you have a whistle with them. So I have lots of lanyards of different styles and colors, but I love personally including a lanyard. I don't think it's important to anyone else. I just like it. The next thing on the list is a flashlight, and in case you are new to this channel, I love these crank flashlights. You can get them at Dollar Tree. They're actually available online right now to order in bulk. You can get them on Amazon, or you can get them at my favorite store, Daiso. So the way they work is, right now it's locked, so I just will unlock the latch and the little lever will pop out. I'll give it a couple pumps. I will relock the lever and then turn on the light, and I think it's great. It doesn't require any batteries, it doesn't require any solar power, and if the child needs light in their home to finish homework or just to play, they have access to a flashlight. The next thing, which is so very important, is a cross. Now I do get crosses, again, at Playside Creations, the same brand as the scissors, at Hobby Lobby or Mardell, and they will go on sale at the same time. You can get a pack of 50 for like $3. But I also recently received a whole bunch of crosses from Ashton. So thanks, Ashton, for those crosses, because even at 3 years old, he knows that that's one of the most important things that we can put in the box, is a cross. So every box gets a cross. I also include 2 cars in every box. Usually those are a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox car. Again, I like to include 2 because that encourages that group play, or they have 2 cars that can move. Sometimes in the toddler boxes, I will include larger toys with wheels, as long as there's something in the box that goes. That's the goal of the cars. And then I also include figurines. So each boy box, no matter what age, will get 2 dinosaurs, and each girl box, no matter the age, will get 2 horses. Usually unicorns, some of them are Pegasus and some of them are ponies, but they will get a pink one and they will get a purple one, whichever ones I grab out of my bag, that's what goes in the box. The other thing that I mean when I put figurines here, this is where I get all of my little knickknacks, the little gems and the little nuggets that get put in and fill the nooks and crannies of our boxes. So these are some things that I consider figurines on my checklist. You could use anything like bouncy balls or googly eyes. I put googly eyes in every box because they're so fun. Fidgets, so these fun fidget noise makers. Tubes, a fidget popper, or these fun little, what do you call that, kaleidoscopes. And a new one that I just got at after Valentine's clearance, not back to school, are these cute heart parachutes. So basically anything that would be in a teacher's treasure box, or the little box that you get to dig through at the end of a dentist visit, those little toys that just kind of keep you excited in the moment, that are small and can fit in the nooks and crannies of boxes. I consider them figurines on my checklist. And the very last thing on the checklist, we've made it, just took an hour, I'm sorry, I hope you're still with me, is stickers. I love stickers. I love to send a whole booklet of stickers because it doesn't take up any room. I put it down in the very bottom of the box, and they get 4 sheets of stickers. I usually get these at Dollar Tree, but I will be looking. I know that Michael's has them frequently in packets like this on clearance. So every time Michael's has a new season, I will be hitting up their clearance section looking for stickers. And foam stickers is the very last thing. I also like to include foam stickers in my boxes. Obviously not this many. This is just my collection of teal flowered stickers. So I would grab a couple of these, a couple pink and a couple yellow, and put them in their own little bag and put it in a box. So that is all of the items on my checklist that I want to make sure go in every box before I feel like it is full and complete to send to a child. If you want this list, I will link it down below in the description. And it is a link to a Google Doc. So you will have to have a Gmail email account to access that, but that's all it takes. I won't know that email address. I don't get anything from it. It's just to let you into that folder so you can print this off if you want. That's it. We made it, folks. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I know that was a lot, but a lot goes into these boxes. A lot goes into this planning, and a lot goes into making sure that each box is loved and uniquely filled. And there is one more, I guess 2 more things that we put in each box. Definitely a letter that tells that child how much they are loved and who we are and why we packed the box for them. And the last and probably most important thing in the whole box is prayer. I pray for each box as I'm filling it, as I'm writing off the checklist, as we drive them to the collection center, and then I cry my eyes out as I leave them at the church to go on their merry way and to start their journey to a country far, far away. Anyway, that is my OCC shoebox checklist video. Thanks for coming along, and in case no one told you, I love you lots. Bye!